All right, so Doom Slayer here. I'm gonna discuss some things about my account here, so fighters and whatnot. Uh, traits. A lot of questions are asked about traits. So this is my assault class here. This is my 10-star assault. I have him badged up as such here, with some damage and critical damage. Badges, legendary or epic if I have them. I put all my secondary badges on him from my hunters and my shooters, which have the more powerful badges that I have. So this is what I got here. How I have my traits stacked and everything. So working on promoting them to the full 10-star, which is take about 56,000 traits. So that's just a long way in the makings. But I use revenge on my all my range to pair them with Sasha, so they can gain charges and stun. So short shot will give some more damage. Ruthless is on all my fighters. You have to have it everything but your bruiser should have ruthless in it. Marksman more for more added power, and lucky. Okay. Always want to have armors with ruthless in it. You can have anything else. You can have iron skin, health, stun. It doesn't really matter. Ranged are just there to stun and stun lots of walkers, and use them pair them with Sasha, as I mentioned earlier. You don't need any type of wrestler or anything special, because you're just using it for pure power and stunning. So this is only a one stun. So I would use this other weapon here to stun for two, maximize my ability to stun for 2 turns. So I can continue to work on. If I can keep him stunned, keep him at bay, I can kill him with the weakest assaults. This to take a long time, as long as the stun kicks in and activates, and also your charge is activated with Sasha. For my Abraham, this is how I have him. It's the best way you can build Abraham. Put him as a tank. You want to have retaliation, revenge, and iron skin to help minimize damage. He's a tank, man. He'll take many hits. So you don't need the power. You're just trying to stun and let your other fighters help you out, and you have to always pair him with Sasha. So he's built like a bruiser with damage reduction and health badges. So I do spend money on the game. So I have bought the bundles, and throughout the years I've been playing since 2016. So I spent quite a sum money on this account, because that's what I enjoy doing. But this is what it gets you: the ability to play at high levels if you invest in the game and you're serious about it. So that's kind of what Abraham is like. I also use Rufus. He's one of my second best assaults, and I badge him up as such because his badges match with other traits, like the Hunter badge. He gets an extra 4%. Yeah, if I put him with the Warrior, he'll get an extra 4% damage reduction. But when I put him with the Hunter with Sasha, I have him matched up with Sasha, so he has a damage reduction extra 5% on the right here. With Sasha, then a Hunter. Sasha's a Hunter, so he gets an extra 9% total. Plus, he gets the 4% health. And his trait, he has a defensive stance trait, so he gets the extra 5% health. So he kind of gets stacked up pretty nice with health. So that's how I use them. Now my scouts, my prizes as scouts are going to be Rick and Daryl. So I use them. I use all my radios. I bought some bundles to get him up maximum level. So he gets 80% extra damage total on his charge attacks, and helps get your other fighters charged. He's built perfect. Never mess with them. Never re-roll his traits. He's perfect. Whenever you deal with scouts, you always want to make sure you have an armor with ruthless and gold wrestler to get. So that way, in case they get into a struggle, you can get them out, and they'll actually inflict a lot of damage on the walker, whether it be a tank or armor or another walker, to help you per turn to bring down some of that health, that HP. So this is how he's stacked up. He's got all percentage badges and critical damage and damage badges. So that's how you want to stack all your scouts. So they're your most powerful survivor in all the characters you got. Especially Rick. Rick is the trump scout of all of them. Outside of Daryl, Daryl is like right there, kind of with them. As far as power, it goes all straight to Rick. The ability for prowl goes straight to Daryl and his trait. They're both universal, and they're pretty much tied for first place. But for all power, goes straight to Rick. So you got the Hunter. I pair him with Sasha a lot to help out. Again, those charges, that's what you see how I tactically have them paired up. He gets extra critical damage with Abraham. I really never use him with Abraham. Every now and then I will with an assault, with Sasha leading, and then him. It could work, but I don't really use it. But it's there for the benefit when I do have to use it. Let's see here. I have the other characters, but I don't really use them, so they're kind of garbage. I just collect them. They're trophy items. This is my Glenn, Father Gabriel. I don't use them. Father Gabriel used to really use a lot when he first came out, but we don't use them that much. Same thing with Carol. Carol is my strongest scout until Survivalist Rick came. But this is my actual scout that I work, my only one. I'm trying to promote her to 10-star, and they'll work her way up. But as I said, mentioned earlier, she's Gold Ruthless, the Stun, and Silver Rester. I have other armors here that I would use for her, but this is the best one. Also, another key thing you want to use with scouts is you have to have a hazard, so you can, in case you put them on fire. Like this would be a good one. I don't plan on getting struck. If I do, I'm gonna save her and get her out if I can. But that's kind of how I have mine matched up, for maximum power. So this is how she's badged up. She's got second and third rate badges in my opinion, but they make it happen for her and it helps her out. So she has, if I pair with Rick, the extra 4% damage. She has the strong trait, so she gets extra 4% damage. And then if I put her with Daryl, if I always put him with either Rick or Daryl, if I put him with both, she gets a total 8% more damage on top of what she got. So that's kind of how I badge my scouts. As I get to warriors, this is my only warrior I have here. I have her badged up like a tank, like a bruiser, because then she can take a hit or two and keep going and help out. I don't use warriors that much no more, so she's my only one, and I'm working on getting her to 10-star. I kind of scrapped all my fighters. I just have a lot of fighters, as you can see here. I have 82 slots, so I've purchased many open slot bundles, a couple bundles where they let you purchase them more once, and it was kind of an accident. I did that back in 2016, and I purchased 12 extra slots. It was a free 4th of July bundle, and I capitalized off that, so that's why I got so many. I got one of the top accounts that have the most players, most fighters. So let me get back to my warriors. So Jesus, he was my strongest warrior. That's how I have him badged up. He's badged up like a tank, so he can take several hits and keep going and get you past the mission. So that's how I have him. I don't really use him that much no more, but that's how I have him badged up. Michonne is badged up similar like a tank, but she has damage reduction, 1 health, and all power. So she'll be my threat reduction and usage and power, all my power warrior. But I don't really use her too much. So like I said, I don't use the warriors. So I got the other ones there. Now my bruisers, those are the prize. That's your prized possession right there. Bruisers will get you to the highest levels you can get to, 50 plus. So Eugene is the number one bruiser out there because of his trait. He takes less damage, and he doesn't get stunned. So you can technically, I can use him with this armor, and he can take a hit from a tank and not get stunned because his trait will kick in with his lucky trait, which is at 20. So looking at 55% chance he won't be stunned. You put an armor like this on him, you reached 100% max because 75% stun resistance. You don't need to have the gold one like such because it's just a waste. So this is how I have him badged. All health and damage reduction badges. Pair him with a scout and or hunter and bruiser. He's very universal, so I have a range of I was lucky enough to get a range of badges that help mix well and flow well with the badge traits and the extra additional bonuses. And then I got Riot Gear Glenn. He was my best, but I use him just like Eugene. I'm trying to use Eugene more because in my opinion, Riot Gear Glenn was the best, and then Morgan, then Eugene. But now it's Eugene, Riot Gear Glenn, and then Morgan. So how he's badged up, all health and damage reduction badges. And this is his gear. So kind of how he's badged up. This is Negan. Don't really use him. Don't really care for him. He's just distance bait to help out. Just have that guy just for the hell of it. I'm using these guys just to play around with them. And here's Morgan. That's how Morgan's badged up. Same similar tactic. They're all badged with health and damage reduction badges. So his defensive charge is at 7%, mixed with 22%. He's at 92%. Throw some luck on that weapon, and it helps him out. Now Sasha is I'm gonna go with Sasha with my hunters. She is the best. I use a harpoon, and that gun is wicked. It helps you out a lot, gets you through a lot of situations. Now her traits are, I changed all her traits. So I got rid of some stuff. I added luck, got the ruthless, I got the revenge, and critical aim because they go badged up with her badges. You know, the critical chance, the ruthless, 19%. It helps stun walkers and helps keep them at bay and helps me stun the tanks and get my fighters out of struggles at high levels. She's a must to have the harpoon. I strictly use nothing but harpoon on her, and then I'll use every now and then I'll use some fire. I'll use some incendiary rifles or the golden assault rifle with the golden luck and golden incendiary and silver caliber. And always with your ranged hunters and your shooters, you always want to have gold ruthless and gold restless. You can get them out of a trait. The rest of the stuff you don't really need. This is my highest hunter, which is holding the incendiary rifle, which is guaranteed to light everything on fire. And he's ranged. He's bad. His traits are as such. You know, lucky, critical aim, ruthless, revenge, and marksman. And I have dodge and ruthless. I gotta have ruthless on all my stuff. So until I get me a better one, then I will. I can probably use that 27 right there. It can help out, but I really don't plan on getting him into struggles. And if I do, I'll get him out with Sasha. So this is how he's badged up. Excuse me. Then I got a few more. It's another one I'm using. I've been using her. I was in a scrapper. I got got all the weapons and stuff, all the items, novelty items and stuff, because that's what I do. I just buy the stuff because I like to have the best gear. These are my other fighters and shooters, hunters. I got Alpha. Alpha's decent. She's okay. She came out. She's not the greatest, but she does help out in some situational areas and missions. Savage is my only shooter. I always have the winter bow. I got 2 of them, and like I said, doesn't matter what level armor. I don't really plan on. I can use a level 1 or level 2 or level 5 armor. As long as they have those traits, that's all I care about. I used to have a lot of low level gear, but I scrapped it all. But this is how she's badged up. As you can see, I have her hooked up with all with the second rate badges outside of the ones that go best, the ones that go to Sasha. But she got the highest badges for my ranged, and she does a great job. And then I got Aaron. Aaron's one of your best characters in the game. I kind of got him up there. Use all the distance tokens. I pass the distance every week, twice a week. So I got all his badges. I unlocked him the first time we got him through the distance. I never really used the radio calls on him because I always get the tokens from the distance. Then I got Maggie. She's pretty decent. She's all right. Not the greatest, but she's all right. And I got Rick. The rest of them I got. So that's kind of what I got here. Now let's go to my gear here. My armory here. So for my shooters, gotta have 2 bows. Got the crossbow with the light stuff on fire, and these are the weapons I got. I kept this in here. I'm not gonna upgrade this one here because I'll use it for its purpose of lighting things on fire. I can use it as a low level one if I bought it or got it early on in the game when they had the epic one. But this is I think it was the epic one. This is what I got here. I don't know. I plan on upgrading nothing else other than this. Right now, I'm just storing XP here, so I'm upgrading this. I want to use this just to use it, just to have an additional powerful rifle or powerful shooter or handgun. So I'm gonna upgrade that. This one here goes well. Works out with Daryl using the silent trait. This thing is silent. It's perfect. I got the bow guns. I don't upgrade them because they're not useful for me right now in my gameplay. So these are my armors I got. This is a decent armor. Get out of a struggle, and I always have to have ruthless on all my gear. So I got 2 gears that are pretty much that I use. This one and this one so I can get my shooters out of a struggle and inflict the most damage. With my hunter rifles, these are what I got here. So I purchased all these ones that are the novelty ones you see in the bundles. So that's what I got. I got 2 harpoons, the shotgun, this one here, just the buckshot. It's pretty decent. I like it. I have to light stuff on fire and keep stuff at bay. So, and I got this one here, the festive shotgun. Light stuff on fire as well and use it as a cone type setting. I have the this one here. This weapon comes really well. The Devil's Torch. I upgraded it once, as you see, the 29+1. So I upgraded it because I felt it was a decent one. It does well in certain situations when you have big mass crowds and you're stunning them with Sasha and another hunter and you're keeping them at bay with a assault stun. It works great. Lights the big things on fire. So let's see here. Excuse me. Armors, same thing. You want to have gold Ruthless and Gold Wrestler to get them out of struggles, because you have to protect them. They're glass, so you're gonna protect them with Sasha and Assault or Bruiser or Scout, so you can get them out of struggles at high levels. Bruisers, I have to have the spear. You can't be running around with something like this. This is good for reduction, but I'm not trying to reduce things with bruisers. I'm trying to get the double hits and stun and move. Single hits weapons like this, they're okay. They work okay with tanks sometimes, but it's not guaranteed to stop interrupt a tank like it used to be back in the day. So you have to have 2 hits for bruisers to keep them at bay, get that tactical assistance with taking less damage with damage reduction, and you have to have that stun, double stun or single stun. The rest of these weapons I just have there just because I pick them up. I'll scrap them later for XP when I need it. Armors, you gotta always have gold health or hazard, and either iron skin or dodge or stun. It's kind of how you have to have it. This right here, this is a decent armor, but it's not. You're still gonna take more damage than if I use this one here. This doesn't help me take less damage. The hazard suit. You don't really need to get a bruiser out of a struggle, and they're not going to inflict that much damage while they're in the struggle. So I just upgraded those just because I want to store XP, and I'm going to use them for situational situations. As far as your warriors, you always have to have all my weapons have the white arc, gold white arc, because I need that, and tactical and razor. Everything has to have a razor. All your scout weapons and melee weapons have to have razor. This is a good weapon, a chainsaw. I upgraded it from 29 to 30, so that way it can inflict a lot of pain. One hit will take out human enemies with one hit in the Guild Wars, so that's good for that. This Red Dragon's Tongue is a very good weapon. You can keep the warrior behind your bruisers and then inflict damage, and it has that arc, so that's good. Or the cone shaped arc. For the warriors, you want to have situational, like with hazard when dealing with fire. You have the hazard suit. You want to be able to get them out of struggles. You want to have ruthless on it, but you're not really using them to get out of struggles unless you're like doing the distance. You're going to sacrifice them to a group of walkers or whatnot. So that's kind of how I have my stuff set up. If you have any questions, just let me know and I can help you out with further details. So I'm just kind of going on a quick overview. All right, so your scouts, this is your prized power here. It says you're all power. You're not messing around, so you got to have the Darrow's Honey Knife, Darrow's Honey Knife, or the Darrow's Honey Knife. It's the strongest weapon in the game here for melee. So as you see, I got several of them. I got some level 29s and 28s. I never really upgraded, so I'm not gonna upgrade those. I just bought some new package bundles because they came out. I wanted a specific weapon and it came with it, so I got a few more and I just upgraded them, especially during those 5-second upgrades. That's your best time to store XP in weapons as you're playing. Just start upgrading stuff and storing your XP so you can scrap it, and then you can upgrade them quickly. Get a double XP booster and start scrapping everything. Cost $2.99. Scrap all your XP all your items you don't need for double XP, and then you can upgrade those things on a 5-second upgrade, and you can get a lot of gear upgraded. It takes about 2 to 3 gears to upgrade one gear fully. So that's why you want to keep storing your XP in these armors and weapons. So this is how my armors are for my scouts. They all gotta have ruthless and hazard and or rest to get them out. So it's kind of how you want to look at it. Even this one here, even this suit here, be perfect for any of my scouts. Darrow, Rick, because it serves one purpose: ruthless and get them out of the struggle. This hazard one will help for Darrow to prowl on walkers that are on fire. It'll work out pretty decent. Just FYI. Now here's my assault. You got to have the double stun with the golden assault rifle is a must. If you can save some money, put it down, you can do it. I even upgraded it from a 28 to a 29 because all I'm using it for is a stun. I don't need no power to kill anything. I'm just trying to stun, keep them at bay, and that's it. I can use this as a level 1 or level 27. Doesn't matter. As long as that I can stun them, that's all I care about. Because that's all I'm using for my tactic. I do have these other weapons here. I don't never use the 1 to 28s or anything like that. I just use these the golden stun ones. I used to use this one. This was a must last year, but the luck, you need the luck. So you can still use these. That's why I still got them. I got them from the winter campaign, and I got one from a bundle, and I kept them there. I just keep them there. I'll scrap them later for storage, but all I use is these two right here. The one Abraham has and Rufus. That's all I need. I even got the one that the guy Revenge has. This the pickle jar. It's situational. It's just a novelty item. Now let's get down to their armors. Now their armors are all got to be like this: gold health and or gold iron skin with stun. Gold health in this one here, which is the harness, sniper harness. I really don't care. I just did it just to see what it looks like. But as you see, Abraham got this one, and then Rufus. Where's Rufus at? Rufus got this one, so it's working out for him. And I switched it out with these other ones here if I need to. So that's kind of my weapons and armors. My fighters, a quick look into it. What else? Where are we at here? I'm at the fight out challenge here. I do the distance. I'm working on the distance. I'm not really focused. I'll do it this weekend so when I have some time. I usually play it and get it all done during the week on Mondays and Tuesdays, but I was just kind of being lazy this week. So, I always complete it. What else? So if you have any questions, just let me know. Hit me up on Line App, and I can help you out and definitely give you some information. All right. Thank you very much. So Doomslayer out.